Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Ace of Spades University channel. So today I want to talk about anti-Blackness and the illusion of the proximity to power. The reason why I wanted to bring this up, and not that this is a new phenomenon because it's not, Harriet Tubman said that she wished that she could have taken so many more to freedom from the plantations. She said, I could have saved 10,000 more slaves if only they had known that they were slaves. And that's the key, the mindset, right? So Kanye West is right now in the media for being dropped by CAA, which is the largest agency in Hollywood for actors, and he is basically becoming persona non grata. So he was dropped not only by CAA, but he's also dropped by Vogue and Anna Wintour. And, one thing that I have learned, and I'm not even in Hollywood, but one thing that I have learned is that anti Semitic comments that's where a lot of people, and I've noticed this pattern, will lose everything over, like your careers, your just everything. Whoopi Goldberg was suspended, and I thought that she does practice the Jewish faith. I'm not sure, but she was suspended from The View for saying something that was perceived as anti-Semitic. I don't have a list of people right now, but what breaks my heart is that Kanye West is, to me, it seems like he's a tortured soul. And please believe I'm not on here trying to say the thing, try to stick up for him or try to defend what he said in any way. He was dead wrong. Okay. But what I will say is that there is this pervasive and salient mindset of anti-Blackness that people who come from marginalized groups feel that if they are disparaging enough or oppressive enough, or if they've internalized anti-Blackness enough, that they can align themselves with the powers that be. In his most recent video, Kanye said that, he wanted that power that white men wield. And it reminds me of Pedagogy of the Oppressed by Paulo Freire. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. If not, you should definitely check it out and read it. And it's basically a brilliant Brazilian man who got locked up for trying to teach people how to read. And he said that those who are oppressed take on the traits and the behaviors of the oppressor in order to try to align themselves with power. And it's so true, and it's been so pervasive throughout history. I was going to say, ever since blacks came to this country, but no, it goes well beyond us. Candace Owens, for instance, she had the NAACP help her sue her school in high school for racism that she endured. And after that, she completely flipped the script. And now, with her husband's company, Parlor, Kanye West is supposed to be basically bailing that out. And Candace Owens is a brilliant woman. And I really wish that she's another one who, they both had on those White Lives Matter shirts. But then when they figured that didn't garner or wasn't successful in what they were trying to do, because White Lives Matter only came out, of course, in opposition to Black Lives Matter, which rose to to prominence after George Floyd's murder, but that's one demographic that people have never had to question their humanity. So they're considered human by default and are treated as such. But anyway, so Kanye West is going to basically bail out Candace Owens' husband's company, Parler. He's going to take that over. And the thing that gets me is he really seems like he is on a downward spiral. You know, Kim Kardashian divorced him. He was threatening Pete Davidson on social media and is now pretty much cut off from Instagram and Twitter for anti-Semitism. And it's really I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, but he needs to not be on a global platform right now. I really do wish and hope that he gets the help that he needs. I mean, these past few years have been difficult for all of us with just inflation and, you know, the global pandemic we're all battling. But for someone who is a brilliant creative genius and went from being a college dropout to a billionaire, brilliant mind, but now he is self-sabotaging and just destroying everything that he has built. I mean, you know, getting on social media and basically, you know, daring Adidas to drop him, saying, you know, Adidas can't touch me, Adidas can't. I mean, who does that? You know, like something's wrong, something is pervasive. And I really, truly hope that he has somebody in his life, because he doesn't have his wife anymore, he doesn't have his mother anymore, maybe one of his kids or somebody, I don't know. It's not even a child's responsibility, but I'm just, you know, he's surrounded by yes men, and I'm really hoping that somebody cares enough about him to say, you know, let's go talk to somebody about everything that's going on in your life and in your heart. And Killer Mike is another person who is trying to align himself with Brian Kemp. And Brian Kemp is deliberately trying to make it, I mean, voter suppression is obvious. He stole the governor position from Stacey Abrams last time. They're going up against each other again. But Brian Kemp does not have Black people's best interests at heart, and Killer Mike knows this. And it kills me because, you know, somewhere on Twitter, somebody said, you know, Black men are the white people of Black people. Basically, like they're wanting to align themselves with that power dynamic. And it's painful to watch. And like I said, this going back to Harriet Tubman, and I'm sure even going back before that, it's painful to see people who look like you, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. It's hurtful to see them punch down and to throw you under the bus for power, or what I put in my title is an illusion of power. Because the truth is, even if you kick somebody while they're down, and if you hurt your own community, you will not gain the respect of those who you want that power from. Like, they'll smile in your face, but they'll dog you out behind your back. So, like with Jay-Z's song, when he was talking about OJ, he's like, you know, I'm not Black, I'm OJ. And Jay-Z's response was, okay. I mean, Tiger Woods had to learn the hard way as well. And last but not least, Stacey Dash. And man, is another person who was really all about the hardcore Republican agenda until it no longer served her. And then, she came back and was saying like, oh, trying to rebrand. She was like, I'm sorry, I was angry, I was this and I was that. And I'm sure she was going through a lot. Like here she said that she just found out DMX passed like years later, right? Her skin does not look the same as it did when she was just gorgeous and like Clueless and Mo Money and, in the 90s. And Stacey Dash's, or even in Kanye West's video, all falls down. Oh my goodness, if that's not a full circle moment, because that's exactly what happened. It all falls down. Y'all, please keep, even though, like I said, all these people would not probably, spit on me if I was on fire. And they have tried to align themselves with power. In the end, everything's a full circle moment and it's all gonna fall down. Kanye West he's finding out right now in the middle of it. Yeah, my heart goes out to him, because you can't dog out people that you come from that look like you and expect to prosper. No. And you don't garner the respect of those whose power you seek, because in the end, they will never respect you for doing that. No other community does that. And in any community that does, it doesn't work out the way that they think it will. Anyway, I love you guys. Go hug somebody and tell them you love them. And I will talk with you lovely people later. My lovely, lovely Melanin rich people. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.